Okay, let's start today with In the Shadow of the Bloodline, that I just noticed that I have as a quest. Sebastian and Ominis were seen arguing in the Great Hall. I should find out what this is about. Let's find out. Last time I recorded the quest with Sebastian and his sister, and I was really surprised by how the curse has turned out. And I am still unsure what kind of curse really is she under, and is it really a curse? Anyway, what Sebastian is going through, and of course what his sister and his uncle are going through, is absolutely devastating. And I don't know if you've seen the previous video, but I kind of was a bit cautious to say that they should hope for the best, because I think that at least Sebastian's uncle has already kind of lost hope, maybe even Anne. And I personally think that giving false hope to someone, it's just cruel in some ways, and I couldn't force myself to do that. But anyway, that is what I did. This is what we did last time, and today we start again with Sebastian. So let's see what is going on with him and Ominas. And I actually thought I was very close to it, but apparently I'm not. So let's just enjoy the very beautiful Hogwarts. Hogwarts is truly beautiful. I've been having a lot of fun just running around, basically doing almost nothing, just looking at how beautifully created this game is. The only thing I kind of miss is, I don't know if you remember or if you've seen, but in older Harry Potter games, there were all those chests that you could collect some kinds of cards or Bertie bought beans, and I kind of miss them quite a lot. Ooh, and Gareth is asking me to to steal things that I haven't still decided if I should steal for him or not. It seems very awful thing to do, especially from honeydukes. Oh, it's so pretty. And yes, this is the very first time I've been to the Great Hall properly. You know, aside from the ceremony with the hat, the sorting ceremony. I love it. Is this the feast for Halloween? Oh, that's awesome. My fellow Gryffindors, Ravenclaw, Slytherin, and of course Hufflepuff. Everyone looks pretty cool, except for those two. Let's see what they're going to say.
Anything to do with the dark art should be avoided. It's too risky.
I agree.
Anything to do with Salazar Slytherin is worth the risk.
Is it
I can't
though?
agree. And I'll not say a word more. I'm sorry.
I won't give up.
Sebastian, I do not like Ominous super much, but I think he's kinda correct in this case. But let's hear you.
What were you and Ominous speaking about?
He's being ridiculous. Apparently Salazar Slytherin had a secret scriptorium here in Hogwarts. Ominous swears it was used for the dark arts, so he wants nothing to do with it. I reminded him that Anne needs a cure. This scriptorium could hold the answers we need.
The dark arts are dangerous, obviously. You should know that. Why would he think that the dark arts have a cure? Doesn't he understand that the dark arts are dark for a reason, and they're kind of made for the purpose of being dark and doing dark things?
Ominous is right. Meddling in the dark arts is dangerous.
There's more to dark magic than people realize. The Gaunts know this better than most. Perhaps I've spoken out of turn. Ominous's family history is personal to him.
The Gaunts are obviously a very, very interesting family, even though in this age in which Hogwarts Legacy is happening, there is no Voldemort, there is no Miropa, and so on and so on. And still, the Gaunts are descendants of Salazar Slytherin himself. And what Sebastian just said, that Ominous's family knows that there is more to the dark arts than what people realize, and I guess by that he means what I just said, that for God's sake they're dark arts for a reason. I am curious about it, but I also don't want to poke my nose where it's not supposed to go. Like, Ominous is not my favorite character, obviously, but I can sympathize with him having the family he has, with his own personal problems, and I kind of don't want to step on his toes again. He deserves respect no matter how much he's not nice to me at all. And so, I'm sorry to everyone curious, but I have to say it. You don't have to tell me.
I understand. You needn't tell me if you don't want to.
If I were you, I'd be begging for more details.
I bet. I am a bit curious, but no, how could you do this to me? I'm sorry. No. I have to scold my principals. No matter how hard it is, I actually should be going for...
And more about that scriptorium, let me know.
Fair enough. Watch for my owl. I'll have news soon enough.
Okay.
I'll make Ominous understand. He'll change his mind.
I kinda didn't want to know about the scriptorium either. It seems very, very fishy.
Revelio.
But what do you know? I don't get a choice in that regard. This is something I've noticed as well, actually. In this game you don't get a choice in many, many cases.
Alohomora.
Let's unlock this very quickly. There we go. Okay, nothing really interesting out here.
Revelio. Confringo.
Beautiful. Okay, actually, that was it. We were just talking with Sebastian. That was the whole quest. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Let's see what to do next. Astronomy class. Why not? Professor Shag's class is at the top of the astronomy tower, upstairs from the entrance to the room of requirement. I should head there now. Okay, while I'm going towards there, I've actually attended quite a few classes already in Hogwarts. I went to Charms class and Defense Against the Dark Arts and Potions and Transfiguration. All of these.
Hello again. Were you able to get to Honeydukes?
I'm sorry, Gareth. And while I did enjoy the classes, do you remember or have you played Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban? That game had the best Hogwarts classes ever. I absolutely loved them. I loved that there were not only classes in which you actually learn specific spells, but also that there are challenges to go along with each of those spells, and at the end of the year, you actually have to go through an exam, a whole other challenge. That was, it blew my mind away when I was a little girl. I kind of miss that game quite a lot. And here, as I said, the classes are okay, I've enjoyed them, but they're obviously much less. They're just one scene, and then the professor teaches you, the player specifically, some kind of additional spell. And I understand plot-wise why this has been done, but it would have been cool to have those huge challenges for each spell and just get immersed into the magic, you know? But anyway, let's see what this astronomy class is going to be all about. We're almost... Are we almost there? I actually have no idea how far this thing is. And actually, all the things that I did not record because I'm a huge airhead.
You were incredible.
I usually walk unless there is a huge distance that needs to be walked, because it's just so pretty. But anyway, stop talking and let's do all of this. Okay. So beautiful.
Imp Smedleys will always look upon you as a trusted ally and friend.
Okay. Adelaide Books.
Hello, Adelaide. How are you and your uncle doing?
Oh yes,
Very
I
well,
saved
thanks
her
to
uncle
you.
as well.
The more I learn about Ranrock's foul lot, the more astounded I am that my uncle survived. I looked back over his old owls and noticed that they included pertinent details about his rare metal deposits. I believe that Ranrock's fiends were after those deposits and that they needed my uncle's knowledge. He was willingly going to rot away in that cell to keep me safe.
Was there anything more to those owls?
Any other pertinent details about those owls?
Plenty. Uncle Roland couldn't be certain, but he thought he overheard goblins talking about infusing something into goblin silver. He wasn't sure what they meant, but something about the way they spoke of it made his skin crawl. It's clear you saved my uncle from a very bad lot.
Well, I'm really glad to have helped.
It was nothing at all, Adelaide. I'm just glad your uncle's safe.
So am I. Seeing him again was such a relief. I told him that he must remain vigilant from now on. I, for one, can't help but look over my shoulder now whenever I leave the castle grounds.
Oof. That with her uncle was really a rough situation. Okay, let's see what this says. My dear Satyavati, you'll be pleased to hear that I received word from my contacts at Cambridge, who conceded that they had in fact been incorrect in their understanding of meteor showers. It seems that an Irish astronomer and a British astronomer both built upon the work done by an Italian astronomer. All muggles, mind you, as far as I know, to propose calculating the position of the dust at Earth's orbit, as means of connecting meteors to comets. Brilliant, really! One can only imagine what they might do with an enchanted telescope. Frustratingly, in my correspondence, I did feel that I had to continue using the pseudonym from my days as a gentleman scholar. Whilst I still find it rather exciting to have a secret identity, the reason irks me. I'm so looking forward to our trip later this year to Jantar Mantar. What an what an adventure we shall have. I miss you, dear sister, and do hope you're well. With love, Sukrita. Okay. Look at that unicorn. Why is there a unicorn painting inside the astronomy classroom? Anyway, Gareth, do I dare talk to you?
There you are. The cross wands duelist to beat.
Hello, Gareth. What exactly did you want me to do again?
Find the secret passage that goes from
Oh,
Hogwarts to Hogsmeade.
I knew it, I knew it.
Should be behind a one-eyed witch statue. Then follow it to Honeyduke's cellar and grab some dried billywig stings for my newest concoction.
I still haven't decided if I'll do that or not. Oh, I thought I was already beginning the quest. Okay, let's begin. For real this time.
And your reading is the dragon. That's exciting, I suppose. Perhaps you're due for an adventure.
Ladies,
Professor Shah.
astronomy is not divination. You won't find the mysteries of the cosmos charted out on your palms or at the bottom of your teacups. Alas, the heavens remain hazy to the starry-eyed. Now, if you were to devote yourselves to persistent and painstaking observation, you just might catch a glimpse. With that in mind, please take your telescopes. Tonight we will be on the observation deck.
See, this is what I mean. They make just one very pretty scene, a cutscene, and then I want
Still
just a
don't
bit
have your
more.
own? You can't be the new student forever, you know. You can share with Mr. Takar.
Here, I can adjust that for you.
No, bring it into focus on your own.
Okay, I focused it.
Now, I expect all of you to put in your stargazing hours outside of class. Is that clear?
But, Professor, it's freezing out.
Mere cold didn't stop the great stargazers of the past. Look only to the astronomy tables they erected throughout the Highlands, from which they gazed millennia ago on the very self-same stars above us. Is that clear? Dismissed.
Isn't there a spell that can keep you kind of warm?
Hello. I'm Amit. We met in potions class. I'm happy to report that we've yet to have any explosions in this class.
Oh, hello, Amit. Nice to see you again.
Did I hear Professor Shaw say that you don't have your own telescope? I have a spare one you could borrow for the rest of term.
Oh, that's so kind, but... Oh, should I take his... I can't take your telescope.
I can't do that, Amit. You might need it.
No, really, you can. And I won't. It's my old one. I finally got my hands on the new Celestia Contemplar. You've heard of it, I assume? I mean, of course you have. It's only the pinnacle of all personal stargazing implements. But my old model's not too shabby either. Goblin-cut glass, first-rate optical enchantments. Hate to think such a fine instrument is just collecting dust.
Well, thank you, Amit.
Think nothing of it. Anyway, the telescope's in the storage room right underneath us. You can't miss it. I have some, reading to finish on the lower deck. Come find me there afterwards, and bring the telescope. There's something I want to talk to you about.
Oh, Amit is so nice, but I kinda get the feeling he wants something as well.
Put off my stargazing as long as I could. A lot of good that did. How am I supposed to find Sirius when my hands are too cold to use a telescope? It's a dog, isn't it?
So pretty, though.
Not sure what you can learn from these astronomy tables that you can't learn from a cup of tea leaves.
Shh, the professor just told you you're not supposed to be predicting the future.
Our meat thinks he knows everything. Even told me he can speak gobbledygook. Sounded like gibberish to me.
Revelio.
Astronomy telescope. This telescope is the finest stargazing instrument of its kind, perfect for viewing the moon and the stars and anything else one might find in the night sky. Then why aren't we using just this?
I had heard about these odd stone tables out in the Highlands. Perhaps that's what Professor Shah was talking about.
Maybe. Isn't that Gareth? I don't want him to bother me again about honeydukes. I don't know what to do with honeydukes. Please tell me in the comments. Should I go and steal from honeydukes for Gareth or not?
This was his old telescope. Looks practically brand new.
Oh, weaken wild potion.
A pristine night for stargazing. Do not let it be wasted.
Yeah, it is a very pretty night. Lot of clouds though. How is it a pristine night if there's so many clouds, Professor Shah?
Professor Shah, I'm interested in learning more about astronomy.
It is increasingly rare to find a student who seeks after things celestial, of their own accord. But if you truly desire to chart the courses of the cosmos, you must rid your mind of the terrestrial babble of others. We ourselves are not unlike blank star charts, you know? Empty canvases waiting to be inscribed with all that the universe has to offer. Do you understand?
I think I do. It's such a hopeful sentiment. I notice you dismiss divination. Why?
Am I right in thinking you are unimpressed by divination?
Of the many other so-called disciplines taught here, divination is perhaps the most feeble, especially in its nonsensical practice of astrology. Do not confuse astronomy and astrology. One is concerned with mysteries stellar and lunar, the other is mere lunacy.
That is straight out of a conversation you can hear in the real world.
You mentioned astronomy tables earlier in class. What were you talking about?
Long ago, devotees of the astral arts set up stone slabs across the countryside. They are ideal for studying constellations near and far. For centuries, wizards made use of these astronomy tables for stargazing. Sadly, they have since become mere monuments to the intrepid intellectual pursuits of a bygone epoch.
You can't see me, but I am nodding, pretending to understand. Thank you for your insights.
Thank you, Professor. I look forward to stargazing.
I am glad to hear it. Should be a stellar night for it.
Okay, let's find a myth. Peeves!
The perfect night for... Oh, hello again.
I honestly thought that Peeves was harassing poor Amit, and I know that this sounds a bit awful, but I was kind of hoping it's true because I've already seen Peeves harass students, and I wanted to see if we will learn some kind of spell that kind of gets rid of him. But I guess not. Let's see.
I have the telescope. It's nicer than I had expected.
I would not offer a prospective stargazer a third-rate lunoscope. But there is, something else.
Yes? What is it?
You remember those astronomy tables Shaw was going on about? It just so happens I've been reading up on them a little myself. And it seems there may be one right here at Hogwarts. I believe we could use it to find hidden constellations.
And you'd like help finding it?
And you need someone to help you find it.
I do. Are you in? No one from the Gobstones Club will go with me. Said they'd rather get spit at by a stone than... Well, they are cowards. Let us get moving while the stars are still out. I'll show you how to use that telescope once we get there. I promise.
Okay, sounds exciting. I'm in.
Oh, no need to convince me. Let's get going.
Brilliant. You won't regret it. Shall we? The table is on a castle wall ahead. Look for a stone platform, something that doesn't quite belong. We'll know it when we see it. Onwards we go then. Some say the locations of the tables were originally marked by centaurs for ritual stargazing.
Okay.
It is nice having a fellow stargazer to explore with.
Happy to be here. It is good to leave the classroom now and then.
It's not that creepy out here at night, is it? The Gobstones Club are cowards. Here I am, charging ahead. Why don't you lead the way?
If you're sure.
That's not what charging ahead means. Oh, poor Amin, don't worry, I will lead the way. What's the worst we could find?
A little foreboding.
A few cobwebs and some dust. Nothing to be concerned about.
Oh, of course. It's just not as tidy as I expected.
I'm more worried about this and what is inside it, but yeah, sure, talk about the cobwebs instead. Go ahead.
Lumos.
Lumos!
Is Amit waiting for me to say Lumos? Let's see. Wait, isn't... This is not where we came from, right? No. I can get lost very easily. Another one of those cages.
Confringo! Lumos.
More cobwebs. You don't think any spiders might be lurking about?
Don't worry,
no,
Amit.
not this close to the school, Amit.
Number 1, Confringo. Number 3, Incendio. And that's even Incendio with talent. It's super strong. I can deal with spiders. Aha, this is it. Amit, would you like to come? Aha.
The constellation should appear near the center of your view.
There we go. Lyra.
I was right about the tables. They really are gateways to the far stars, just as the book said. And your contribution was invaluable. Rest assured, you shall be credited in my memoirs one day.
I look forward to that, I guess.
Thank you, Amit. I look forward to reading them.
And I look forward to writing them. This is only the beginning. You will find more tables like this one throughout the grounds and forest, all beckoning to be discovered by a worthy astronomer. And if I have ever seen one, it's you. Oh, and about my old telescope, don't bother returning it. You should keep it.
That's quite generous. Thank you.
You are welcome. It has goblin-cut glass and a gobbledygook inscription. I'm practically fluent in gobbledygook, you know. It's all in the throat, really, gobbledygook, you know, and how you pronounce your R's. Anyway, glad our adventure was a success. I will see you soon.
That sounded like Spanish. It's all about the R's. Okay, that's it. Astronomy is done. And a new challenge is unlocked.
Never do get tired of seeing the astronomy tower at night. What a view.
Okay. Astronomy class attended, and now I really need a mandrake because I need to do Professor Garlick's assignment. Professor Garlick wants me to field test a venomous tentacula and a mandrake. Should I need any seeds or plants, I can visit Dogweed and Deathcap. If I remember correctly, before I actually started recording what I wanted to record, you know, in that airhead moment of mine, I actually got... I'm absolutely sure that I got the tentacula. I am not so sure about the mandrake. Wrong side. Let's see. No, it's shrivel figs. I have the tentacula. Mandrake! Yes! Okay, we have them. And now I just need to use the venomous tentacula. Whoa! That's kinda cool. I don't know what I expected, but I did not expect the whole plant to come out. Anyway, for the mandrakes we need enemies, so we kinda have to find that. But before that, I got some animals. So I have a puffskin and some jobbernose. Where is the other one going? There we go. Oh, and my moon calf. And the puffskin is ready to eat. And the jobberno as well. Oh, it's so cute. Which one is your favorite magical animal from here? Oh, my niffler. There you go. You must be hungry. You must be hungry too. Get this. It's time for the niffler to eat as well. There we go. I think I got everything. Do you already have... I mean, I'm very late for the party, so probably everyone who is watching already has all the animals you can have. But which one is your favorite? From the ones I currently have, I kinda like the jobbernose the most. I mean, they're so pretty. Absolutely beautiful. Anyway, what was I doing? Yes, I need to find enemies. So, not in Hogwarts, but in the world. Let's see. Where could... Maybe spiders? Yeah. Let's see how this mandrake will work on spiders. And if it doesn't work so well, you know, there is always Confringo and Incendio. These plants always surprise me. Let's prepare our mandrake. Let's see how you like this mandrake.
The final's all finished.
Oh, no.
Confringo! Incendio! Confringo! Incendio!
Okay, I gotta be honest with you. I did not enjoy using the mandrake. as I said, there is always Incendio and Confringo to save the day. Anyway, that was the assignment. And now I should return to Herbology to learn Wingardium Leviosa. By the way, this is the other thing that has been bothering me a tiny bit about this game. That we learn all kinds of charms, not in charms class, but in all kinds of classes. I would have preferred if we learned at least most of the charms in charms class, because
Resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.
it feels like there's so many characters. And while I'm not saying that the characters are bad or anything like this, but when there's so many, it's difficult to get attached to them. What is this?
Revelio.
Anyway, let's see, Professor Garlic.
Professor, what made you want to teach herbology?
How lovely of you to ask. I've always had an affinity for greenery, so this situation is a bit of a dream come true. After graduation, I was thrilled to be asked to step in for my old herbology professor. He'd had a slight accident, you see.
Oh dear.
I'm not surprised.
Shame for him, but it worked out well for you.
Well, he never cared, really cared for the plants, and they could sense it. Oh, you'd be surprised how perceptive a plant can be. At any rate, the trouble began one day when he cut into a wigan tree. Unfortunately for him, its leaves were hiding a bowtruckle. You may recall the marvelous creatures that resemble a twig. The little beast gouged the professor's eyes quite fiercely, but terrifying, I'd imagine. Likely for the professor, too.
And that's when you took over as the herbology professor?
Well, not quite. After 3 weeks at St. Mungo's, my predecessor regained a tiny bit of his eyesight. He insisted on returning to the greenhouse. Within a week, he claims by accident, kicked a Chinese chomping cabbage, so it was back to St. Mungo's for him.
That's almost... I want to say it's almost comical, but I mean, she's the professor, so let's be a bit more polite. That's awful.
What a string of bad luck.
Well, I felt awful for him, but I dare say I felt a bit more sympathy for the cabbage. Upon his discharge from the hospital, his indifference to plants had turned to utter disdain. He lost what little patience he had left with a particularly temperamental venomous tentacula, and, well, his resulting leave of absence continues to this day.
Well, I'm glad things worked out as they did.
I'm glad everything worked out as it did, and that you're the herbology professor now.
Very kind of you to say. I do love these gardens and helping my students grow. Lovely speaking with you. Have a wonderful day. Oh, and remember, be kind to your wigan trees.
I kinda like Professor Garlic and her hat. Her hat is the best hat I've seen until now in Hogwarts Legacy. And by the way, you see that I don't have a hat, and the reason is because I kinda want this hat, but red or black or white, something to go with my Gryffindor kinda aesthetic. Oh, she's not happy. Ah, it worked out well. But this is what I mean. I want more from the class, not just a tiny scene.
How wonderful to see you again.
Anyway, let's learn Wingardium Leviosa in herbology. What has the world come to?
I've completed my assignments, Professor.
Pleased to hear it. Professor Weasley will be too. I'll be sure to let her know how well you're coming along.
Thank you, Professor.
Professor Hecat tells me she taught you Levioso, so you should be ready for a more advanced levitation charm. Wingardium Leviosa requires a bit of concentration and a nice, graceful wand movement. Let's see you try your hand at it.
Okay,
When
let's go.
executed correctly, you should be able to pick up boulders as though they were sprigs of sneezewort.
There we go. Swish and flick. And Wingardium Leviosa is unlocked. Wingardium Leviosa.
Wingardium Leviosa.
You're a natural.
Okay, now that we have unlocked Wingardium Leviosa, we can go for Natty, the High Keep. But unfortunately, I will have to stop here for today. Anyway, what do you think? I hope my mic was better this time around. I think I had a bit of trouble with the sound of the game in the very beginning, so I'm sorry. I'm sorry that it's not good yet, everything in the videos, but I will learn how to do these things better. And what did I want to say? Yes, Gareth. Please, please somebody tell me what I should do with Gareth. Gareth, I did not record this because remember, airhead number 1 in the whole world, but that potions class with Gareth, he asked me to take something from the room of the professor, and I didn't listen to him, and to be honest, I'm not sure if that was the right decision, but I didn't want to steal from the professor, especially since he literally gave me the key, trusting me that I wouldn't do something bad. And I did not steal for Gareth. And now he's asking me to do basically the same thing, but this time from a store in Hogsmeade. And from Honeydukes, on top of everything. I bet that if he just went to Honeydukes and asked them for whatever he needs, they'll give it to him. At least a sample. I don't think he needs much more than that. And anyway, why is he asking me to steal? I like Gareth. Look, Gareth is awesome. I think if they had given him a bit more screen time, he would have been one of the best characters in the game. But alas, and I really want him to, continue with his experimentations. I think that if you're in school and you have the inspiration and desire to already experiment with all kinds of things, that's amazing. But I don't want to steal from Honeydukes. So please, somebody, anybody, please tell me, should I help Gareth by stealing whatever he wants me to steal from Honeydukes or not? But anyway, I think this is where I have to stop for today, and see you next time.